Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we're having a 2-for-1 review because they're just that simple. We're taking a look at Personallu's Iguanus and Terrorsaur. A little fun fact about these guys. I did not have him. A friend of mine did growing up. I cannot remember his name. I think his name was Nathan, now I think about it. And then I had this one growing up, Terrorsaur. I was big into dinosaurs. So let's take a look at their box real quick. So we'll do Iguanus first. This is a little bubble shell. You get his nice artwork, which I'm going to lift up so you can see a little better. There we go. I like the artwork. Beast Wars Iguanus. In the back you get the instructions on how he transforms. And then his little bio, if you want to read that. I believe that's a bio. No, that's just for the Beast Wars stuff. And then you take a look at the little text specs that you can cut out if you want to. I'm not going to. Okay, here's the actual bio. More of the artwork, strengths and weaknesses, whatever the fuck all that means. I honestly don't know and don't really care. And then all the warnings or whatever. So there's him. And then for Terrorsaurs, basically the same thing. Build-wise, you get the artwork. Get the name, Beast Wars. Mine is a weird print off. And you get more photo product shots. His instructions, his little bio and card thing you can cut out. And then the same read up there, and all the same read up junk down here. That's pretty much it for the boxes. So now, getting into them. I do have one little complaint about these guys. Well, not really little, but I'm going to talk about them. So these guys are currently, if you get them like the full price they're supposed to be, they're $25 each, United States currency. And I think that's total robbery because these guys are a size class lower than the deluxe class, which is in the same price range. So let me like show off Iguanus by himself for a second. Just get a better point across. So like I paid basically $25 plus tax for him, but I also paid $25 plus tax for this guy. Way bigger. And back then, this was a different size class. This was the cheapest option for Beast Wars, and then it was deluxes, then it was megas, and then ultras, and I believe ultras also had the combiners in the same size class, and I believe they even had even bigger classes later on for the Transmetals, but specifically like Transmetal 2, Megatron, and Tigertron, I believe. But yeah, going back to these two. Messing with these both, so like messing with these two, like even though they're nice to mess with, and in my opinion they're actually pretty fun, they're not worth the same price as something like K9 or like Cyber Shark. They're not worth the same thing. Like they're nowhere near as big, as heavy, or as much detail. That's my one complaint. So like if these are going to be $25, these should have been $15 to $20. Because these are way too cheaply made and too small to be priced at this size of a deluxe. I feel like I'm being robbed. The last time I felt robbed when I had to pay $20 for fucking Yoda in the Black Series. Anyone collects that knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Still a good figure though. Anyways, going back to these guys. So enough complaining. Let's take a look at them. So zoom in a little more. So here is Iguanus and Terrorsaur in their respective forms. This is supposedly Iguanus as an iguanodon. And we're going to start with him. So we're going to put Terrorsaur to the side for a moment. So basically it's supposed to be like an iguana. But it's at least iguanas I've seen don't look like this, but there might be iguanas out there that do actually look like this. I'm not too sure. What this looks like to me though is one of those lizards that like run on water. So it looks more like that to me, and maybe that's where they got the inspiration for the lizard mode. Still not a bad lizard mode. Especially when you open the mouth, it definitely gives me the old like plastic dinosaur toys. Like I remember going to like a dollar store when I was a kid and finding an alligator that kind of looks like this. Got little spots. These are slightly miscolored, and then mixed in, but I don't really care. And he looks all right. For articulation, none really. Like you could technically move this around, and then these can wobble. The legs are obviously right here. They don't peg in anywhere. They just sit here. But yeah, it's pretty stationary animal, as most Beast Wars figures were. But overall, it's not too bad. Definitely could have been better. And then bringing in Terrorsaur. Terrorsaur does look like a pterodactyl shaped with some weird feet sticking out. But I think he looks good. Like, obviously not show accurate, but the toys in the shows were not always like 1-to-1. That's always the case with a lot of these toy lines. Especially back in the 80s and 90s. But yeah, I like the little green spots on the red. Green and red are opposite colors on the color wheel. So they will like work together. And then the yellow eyes also work too, because yellow is close to red on the color scale as well. So it just makes it look better. And the other side, obvious robot. Pretty basic figures. But overall, I really do like them. But for comparisons, for size comparisons, we're going to use just some more modern stuff to show. So we're going to start off with a current modern Legends class. Core class is what it's called now. So like here he is next to like a core class Shockwave. This guy's pretty fun. So see how they look next to him? There, let me just stick right there. Boom. Okay, that's better. That's better. So they are next to him. And then we'll stick them next to a modern deluxe. So here's a Kingdom Waspinator. See how they look next to him. And then a modern Voyager, Legacy Evolution Leo Prime. A little bigger than I thought he was. There we go. And then we'll do a modern leader. We'll use Transmetal 2 Megatron. Boom. See how that looks? Man. Bring this down a little bit. And just to show a couple more things, I'm pretty sure some people might actually have. Here they are next to a, I guess you can say, standard 3 3/4 inch figure. This is the Episode 3 Darth Vader. Yeah, get off me. See how that looks next to him. And then here they are next to a modern 6-inch figure. Here they are next to Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader, specifically from the Obi-Wan show. So they are next to him. And there's one final thing, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows the size of this. Here they are next to a pop can. Not sponsored, obviously. Alright, so let's transform these guys. We're going to start with him, because he's a little less fun. So what you want to do first is you want to do what every lizard would do in a situation where they're faced by a predator, and remove the tail. Super simple. It turns to his gun, so you just grab the tip of the tail here and pull down, and it'll flip around. And there you have a gun. And then transform the rest of this guy. So the first thing you want to do is you want to unclip this. Unclipping that will automatically basically flip it over. And you're already almost done. Just bring down the feet. On mine, this one is super loose. It's very annoying. And this one, a little better. So you flip them around, you should be able to stand up. So he is very loose, like this mold did not last. And then the hands just flip up like that. So you just bring the feet down on the arms and then just straighten them out. And there he is in robot mode. And then for Terrorsaur, let's put him to the side. For Terrorsaur, what you want to do is virtually similar. You want to unpeg the dinosaur knees from the wings. And then you want to fold the feet down and straighten the arms out. Down, straighten them out. And then what you want to do is you want to unclip the legs. They use tabs right there to click into the calves. And then you grab this dinosaur head. And you just, that wasn't supposed to happen yet. And then you just let it spring forward. Bring that up. This comes down. And then you just straighten the feet out. And bring the arms down. There he is in robot mode. Now the thing that fell out of him is the gun that comes included with him. In the instructions, this guy does not like the stand. To be honest with you. Just messing with this guy can be a real pain. Come on. Even when I was a kid, I had issues getting this guy to stand up. He's just really back heavy. Come on. Maybe I lean you forward a bit. No. No. You're not going to work with me today? Why don't you want to work with me? No, jeez. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, I got him to stand, but he's got to be hunched forward. It's just because of how back heavy he is. Anyways, he comes with this little red thing. In the Dino mode, it actually hides in there. It just floats freely in there. Just pop it out. And stand back, stay there. And this little thing just folds out and becomes his droopy gun. It's not great. And you just plug it into one of his hands. Plug it in that one. And we'll point it. Let's point this forward. Like that. There we go. He's standing. That's good. And then with this guy, he has an even bigger gun, so it's even harder for him to stand up. So, yeah, put him over here. Ugh, I hate that. And this big old thing grabs right here. See if I can get him to hold that. He's definitely not going to hold it forward without falling over. Biggest issues with these guys. But yeah. Can you stand? Alright, they're standing. Alright, so there we go. That's how they look together. So again, let's start with Iguanus. We're just going to Terrorsaur, stay there. Okay, we're just moving you back a little bit, buddy. There we go. So this guy, fairly basic robot mode. Very loose. Or not really loose, but like, well, the hips are a little loose, but it's like very awkward. Like the ball joints don't want to work proper. It's like one of those weird things where it kind of like it wants to skip around. Anybody that has Transformers on ball joints will understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like his little head. Although he looks weird. Like, I can't really explain it. It's just a guy turns into a brown lizard, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, articulation-wise for him, it's a ball joint at the shoulder. So he can do this, move it around. He could do a 360, but it can't due to the thing. So, like, it has the motion to or want to do it, but the lizard frail hinders that. Elbows on the has ball joints, so they can bend and swivel as well. Nothing at the hands. And then the legs, hips, but as you can see, they're very loose. And then his knees are okay. Knees are tighter than the hips, so that, pop that back in. That's the first time that's happened. Still loose. And then the feet have like the forward and back, but that's more or less for transformation. So very basic, like articulation. And for its time, it's actually not bad, considering most Transformers before this were literal bricks with like maybe movable arms. Almost removable arms. Yeah, we're just gonna leave the gun there. And then with Terrorsaur, he has and the head moves as well, but it's very like the ball joint's in a weird position. And it's really hard to kind of get in there and rotate just due to how small his head is. All right, and with Terrorsaur, now you're gonna fall over. You see why I put them in like one review together? You stay there. And then with Terrorsaur, same exact articulation. The head can rotate, look up and down on the same type of ball joint system. Shoulders move, have a weird little bicep thing. Also can't do 360 due to the wings being in the way. Elbows also on a ball joint so they can bend and swivel. Nothing at the wrist. Same thing with the hips. Forward about that much, although the ball joint has that weird stopping bit. It can go back about that much. They can spread out. This guy can do that too, like it's ball joints. Of course they can. Ball joints in the knees so they can bend and also do a swivel there. And then the feet are also up and down. So very basic. So they basically share the exact same articulation points. They actually share the exact same type of transformation if you really think about it too, just very slight differences. Get him to stand. Leave that gun right there. Honestly, I don't really want to have the hassle trying to put that on. And for size comparisons, again, I'm just going to use less options here. So here they are next to a Voyager, Leo Prime. And then here they are next to a 3 3/4 inch. So you have that. Here they are next to a 6 inch. So there we go. Now as for my final thoughts for these guys, honestly they are not worth the $25 each. Like having these two little guys standing right here, each one being $25, this in total thing right here for both of them, they are not worth $50 together. They're okay if you're a Beast Wars collector like me and want to, express your or have a shelf with all your childhood memories on it. Obviously, you should get them, but if you can't stomach the price, just wait for clearance. That's probably what I should have done. But I bought these off the Hasbro app, so that never goes on clearance. But yeah, Iguanus even more so. I just do not think people should really get this guy. Like, only get him if you really want to, like, complete your Beast Wars stuff. But in my opinion, he's just not worth it. Terrorsaur, he's also, in my opinion, not worth the price, but he is a fun toy. He definitely reminds me of what I used to have, although the fist should be painted fully purple like the original. But yeah, he's alright. And he's a cast character, so if you want to have the full cast and the original vintage stuff, then he's kind of a must-get. But yeah, just wait for clearance. Get this guy to stand up. But yeah, that's my review on the Beast Wars reissues, Terrorsaur and Iguanus. If you do want to find these things, they're Walmart exclusive or Hasbro Pulse. Or if you're feeling extremely generous, pay a scalper. I don't recommend it. But yeah, that's my look at these two. If you enjoyed this video, I don't know why you did. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a comment. Tell me what you think of these guys. Hit the like button if you did enjoy. And subscribe for more of my content. And yeah, thanks for watching.